So guys, if you caught my last video, I talked about 5 things that I absolutely loved about this new RAV4. So, of course, with everything that's good, must come some bad stuff, right? So in this video, I'm gonna talk about 5 things that I kind of dislike about this new Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. Getting into number 1, it's this button right here, EV mode. So that button allows this car to operate in EV mode. However, when you go above 25 miles an hour, it completely shuts off. If you depress the pedal ever so slightly, it shuts off. But the weird thing is that this car sometimes will cruise at 50 miles an hour if you're not pushing the pedal down too hard. It'll cruise in EV mode. It'll have no problems in EV mode at higher speeds or depressing the pedal down a little further. So I know why they did that, because they want you to buy the RAV4 Prime that's coming out later this year. However, it kind of irks me that it says speed limit exceeded, yet the car will then be in EV mode later on its own. So that is one thing that disappoints me about it. I understand why, because they have to sell the new Prime in the future. So I'm going to put 2 and 3 together for the dislikes. I'm not that tall of a guy. I'm 5'11", and this is as high as the steering wheel goes. So when I'm driving, the steering wheel is very close to my legs. I know I have my pedals down here and stuff, but it is very close to the legs. I wish the steering wheel would come up a little more. With that as well, when I try to get out of the car, the roof line. The roof line is very low in this vehicle. I have the seat as low as it will go, but I've gotten out sometimes and I've hit my head. And that is also reflective in the back here. It cuts a lot right here because of the way that the RAV4 is in the back. So putting stuff in here, it's not as tall as our previous one that was kind of bubbled a little bit. So you have a little less, you have the same amount of cargo space back here, but trying to put stuff into the vehicle, your roof line is a little lower, I feel like. One of the other things I dislike just a little bit, it's a very cool feature, but I dislike some features about it, is the panoramic moonroof. So the material is just this little bit of film right here. It's just this little thin material, so I'm curious if it's gonna sag over time, but you do feel some heat coming through this. Now also, when you open that, very nice that it reveals 2 windows. However, the only one that opens is the front, which is fine. I know why Toyota did this, because other brands that opens from the back as well forward, or can lift the back up, you hear it rattling a lot. I don't hear that at all with this, so Toyota did do a very good job engineering it, but it's just, you have the window back there for the back guys, and they don't get as much of a draft, I guess, as the front. They probably still do, because it comes, you know, this way going back, but it just doesn't open up for them or tilt at all. And now the last thing, and it's not even me, it's my wife, she doesn't like the front end of her own car. Completely baffles me. I love the whole look of this thing, but I could only think of 4 things that I disliked about it, because it is an awesome vehicle, but she doesn't like the front end. That's completely weird. So guys, if you're new around here, please consider subscribing. I do a lot of Toyota stuff, modifications, installs, everything like that, and Toyota reviews. Returning subscribers, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next video. All right, see you later.